Current team, welcome back to DayZ, welcome back to Sakhal, welcome back to the White Cloud, welcome back to the Southwest Airfield. This is the only airfield on the main island, and it's between Dodino and Nogovo. And there is lots and lots of fun things here, like this stuff. So the airfield has perhaps, I guess, three components, shall we say. There's this component here. This is the southwest corner. So you can see that up over there is the remainder of the airfield. There's some other stuff up there. There's some other buildings up there. Dodino's out that way, just a little bit. And don't quite think you can see air traffic controller, can you? Yes, you can sort of just about see air traffic control up there. So there's a number of bits, and some of the bits I'll be able to take you around, and some of the bits I won't, simply because the amount of Zs. There's also an awful lot of Zs. There's an awful lot of Zs. Did I mention there's a lot of Zs? There's an awful lot of Zs. I know it doesn't look like there's an awful lot of Zs down there right now, but trust me, the minute you get down there, there'll be an awful lot of Zs. So the entry comes in over here. This is the entry road here. No, that's the entry track. It comes in here, southwest. Yeah, it comes in here. There's just a Z over there. So yeah, it comes in over here into the southwest. Like I say, Dodino's over there, if you could believe me, because of all the snow. You got barracks buildings down there. You got camo building. You got an awful lot of tents. You're beginning to see the Zeds wandering around now. Visibility's dropping because of this ridiculous storm that is going on. So you've got an awful lot of tents and various bits and pieces. I'm not going to try and take you around down there. It is really tricky, actually, to get around in there because of the amount of Zeds that are down there. We'll take a look at this, then we'll take a look at a couple of the other places, hopefully, if the weather is good enough. Loot-wise, I guess it's supposed to be like tier 2 kind of loot. It's pretty low stuff, but you might find an SGK, various other bits and pieces in there. There's scorpion machine pistols down there for some strange reason. Lots of BDU jackets, like assault backpacks, various bits and pieces like that. Some ammo cases, some vests, quite a few vests, and various whatnot. It really is dreadful. The weather is really, really dreadful. So that's what's hanging out there. So that's down here in this little bit here, right? So we're next to the big hangar in this little sort of quadrant area, I guess, in the southwest corner. Over here is the road out to Nogovo, and it's a couple of industrial buildings, really. I mean, there's a hangar and some industrial buildings. Nothing to write home about, nothing strange or startling or fantastic or amazing, to be fair. It is just industrial buildings. We'll probably have a look at those last. The next place that we want to go and have a look at is up here, because there's a whole bunch of medical tents and military tents, etc. And also, as you can see, there's a fire station, which obviously services the runway. There's no crash planes like the Hercules planes. There's a couple of plane assets that are there, but there's nothing in particular around those. And there's some helicopter assets as well. Again, nothing in particular. Some things do spawn around them, but nothing major or exciting, etc., etc. So yeah, so this is probably your main bet down here. Where you've got the barracks, and you've got camo, and you've got all of the military tents, and there's a military command building as well up at the end, which has some loot in it, but not a vast amount. Otherwise, an awful lot of junk and rubbish. I'm sorry about the visibility going to Turkey. We'll head up to the other side and maybe wait until we can see a little bit more from air traffic control, right? I'll see you soon. Right, well, here we are at air traffic control. So you can see we've got these like biplanes. We've got some stuff scattered around the biplane. You got a helicopter, got another biplane, you got a hangar here, you got this hangar here, you got this road that leads out to towards the Dino Way. You got some industrial. You got this new stairs. We'll have a look at this new stairs in a minute. You got air traffic control itself. It's obviously seen some trouble. And then you've got this area out here again, which is you know, another military tent, a whole load of medical stuff. Medical tents. You got another couple of military tents down there. Military tent over there. You can see that there's some gears spawning in the ground next to this helicopter, and you've got Zeds, and you've got the fire station, which obviously has a lot of Zeds in it as well, and some outbuildings and some various other bits and pieces and all the rest of it. And like I say, lots and lots and lots of Zeds. There are an awful lot of Zeds. There's a Z down there that you really do need to be prepared when you come here for the Zeds, and that's some Nogovo over there that you can see in the distance. So there you go. That's really it. We'll probably mosey over and we'll have a look from fire as well. This is an interesting new way to get in and out of air traffic control, and it gives you these little sniping points, obviously, but also places you can be shot if you're running up and down or you're spending time here. So yeah, I can't get out there, but yeah, you've got this interesting layout, which is different, and it's reminiscent of the old building at Krasnostav airfield. You know, so you've got this. Although I don't remember, this hall is new. This like mess hall, dining hall, whatever you want to call it. So we're out here. There was a Z out here. There still is. Some military Zeds, obviously running around, doing their thing. Same out there. Heading off that way. They'll probably hear me at some point. And again, loot-wise, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, over in medical, you can expect all the stuff you can expect in a medical area. You can expect all the stuff you can expect in military tents, various other bits and pieces. Containers. Zeds. More Zeds. Interesting half wall. Industrial vehicles. Zed saw me. I'm sure he did. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did and he's very quiet. No? Right, let's head for the outside of fire, and we'll climb to the top of fire and have a little look, shall we? So yeah, I mean, this has got to be one of your key destinations for loot on the map, I think, if you can get down here, and if you can find stuff. I mean, obviously the issue is got some medical setup in there as well. Obviously the issue is this is going to be a well-traveled airfield. You know, this is Southwest Airfield, the equivalent of Northwest Airfield on Chernarus, I would say. It covers a much lesser area. It's much smaller. Obviously, it's a smaller place, but it has a lot of gear in it, crammed into it. You know, with these tents over here, and those tents down at the far side, plus a couple of barracks buildings, plus ATC, plus all these outbuildings, plus all the other stuff, and a fire station. And it's quite densely packed together. So this is going to make this one of those key pinch points obviously, for the game. So yeah, there you go. What have I got out here? We've got some kind of medical stuff happening. We got a few buildings out here, and some of the trucks, certainly the bits and pieces. You got a whole load of Zeds running around in either the white NBC gear or the yellow NBC gear, which is fine. And yeah, and then you've just got those industrial buildings over the other side, which we'll just go and have a look at in a minute. Right, well, here we are over on the other side. There's air traffic control over there, the fire station, hangar. There's the tents, the tech building, the camo building, and all the other tents, and that big industrial building you've seen before, NWAF. And these are the little industrial buildings. You got a little industrial building here. You got this little building. I don't know if it's got a colloquial name or not. The car in there is mine, but there is a hangar in there, and an engineering building, and you know, some Zeds running around. As you can see, there's Zeds running around. Some of them are armored, some of them are not armored. Some of them have gear, some of them do not have gear, and that's it. This is the Southwest Airfield. So let's take another look at it again while we wrap this up. So yeah, the Southwest Airfield. So if you're wondering where it is, there's a Petropavlovsk over there. You've got all the spawn towns from Sovetsko, Severomorsk, Rudgorno, all the way around to Vostok, etc., etc. But you have obviously this airfield down here, which is in the south part, which, you know, you then obviously have all the military over there. So yeah, this is it, Southwest Airfield. It's certainly a place to come if you want to get some gear. I suggest that you come here. There's rifles, there's shotguns, there's clothes, there's bags, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So this is probably a good place to get some gear, especially maybe before you're contemplating heading over there. If you don't get what you want at Petropavlovsk, it's not a million miles to come over here. It is a bit of a journey, but it's not a million miles, and you might find some good gear. Just be aware there are an awful lot of Zeds you are going to have to contend with. And it is going to be problematic, but there you go. Southwest Airfield, Sakhal, everybody. I hope you find this video useful. Do drop a like, do subscribe to the channel, do click the bell notification so you know when the next one of these is coming out. And if you feel like applying to join the White Cloud server, please follow the instructions below this video. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation